Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about vegetables. I don't include very many vegetables in my diet at all, and I often get asked why. We've been told since we were kids to eat our vegetables, that they'll make us grow up big and strong and healthy. And we're told when we need to lose weight to eat more vegetables. We're told that they're essential, that we need them for antioxidants and for heart health. We're told to include more vegetables to have a healthy gut microbiome. But what if none of that is really true? All right, so plants have defense mechanisms. Animals can run away from us if we were trying to eat them, but plants can't. So plants have defense mechanisms that involve toxins and chemical warfare. So we know that there are many plants out there that we can't eat. Things like wild mushrooms, you wouldn't just go pick them and eat them. But other plants also contain things like lectins, phytic acid, alkaloids, oxalates, tannins, and salicylates that can also cause problems for our bodies and our health. We just often don't even realize it or think about it. So these plant toxins are often damaging to our gut, and more people out there are dealing with leaky gut. So leaky gut is when the natural barrier, the lining in our stomachs, starts to break down. So the lining in our stomachs is made up of like tiny little microvilli and lots of mucus, and that's there as a barrier to protect things that we eat from going into our bloodstream. So it's very important to keep our guts healthy, and if that gets broken down, then we can end up with a lot of problems. So leaky gut is something that is associated with many different problems such as autoimmune disorder, allergies, and a host of other things like eczema and psoriasis, and there's research going into other things like asthma and autism. There's just a numerous list of things. So we don't want leaky gut. We want to maintain that healthy mucosal barrier that's in our stomach to protect these proteins that are being broken down from our food getting into our bloodstream. So one of the biggest culprits is gluten and lectins that are found in wheat. People with celiac can't consume any gluten, and you know yourself, you find so many gluten-free items now. So gluten's a problem for a lot of people, causes inflammation. Lectins are also found in beans, so things like soybeans and red kidney beans. You actually can't eat more than 4 raw kidney beans without having like severe symptoms like diarrhea and acute stomach pain from toxicity. If you are eating beans, they should be soaked at least 12 hours and then cooked in a pressure cooker. This will help to get rid of some of the lectins before you consume them. But it's something to be aware of, that beans, they do contain a lot of lectins, and lectins are not a good thing. They can break down that barrier in your stomach, as I talked about. Other things that we can find are mycotoxins and mold. That's common in nuts. And so many people consuming nut butters and almonds and almond milk and almond butter. There's just, especially with the ketogenic diet, people are increasing, nuts in their diet. So it's something else to be aware of. There's something called phytates. So phytates are found in whole grains and seeds, legumes, and some nuts. And what phytates do is they decrease the absorption of iron, zinc, magnesium, and calcium in your body. So if you are not absorbing iron and magnesium and zinc and calcium, that can lead to a host of problems. There's a lot of people that are vegetarian that find that they have low iron, and if you're eating a lot of plants, a lot of whole grains and seeds and legumes, that can be a problem because the iron that you are consuming isn't getting absorbed into your body. So then there's a big one called oxalates. So oxalates are found in green leafy vegetables like spinach. Tea is high in oxalates. Soy protein, dark chocolate, and potatoes and rhubarb are all quite high in oxalates. Oxalates can be found in a lot of other vegetables as well, but those ones are all very high in oxalate. So oxalate also binds to calcium. So it prevents the absorption of calcium. So if you're eating a lot of dark leafy vegetables thinking that you're getting a good source of calcium, the opposite could actually be true. Oxalates also can create crystals that deposit in the body. So these can deposit in joints or places that we've had injuries, and they can cause arthritis-like symptoms, and they can also cause kidney stones. So oxalates are known to cause kidney stones. So that's another interesting one. So if you've had some aches and pains that have never been diagnosed and some weird symptoms, you might want to look into trying a low oxalate diet. There's something else called glucosinolates, and those are found in cruciferous vegetables. And they've been associated with increasing the risk for heart disease and type 2 diabetes. That's just not something that is out there in the mainstream news that we're talking about. Raffinose is also something found in cruciferous vegetables like cauliflower and broccoli. This is a protein that just can't be digested. We just simply don't have the enzyme to digest raffinose, and it can cause bloating and gas. Salicylates are also found in high levels in broccoli, cucumbers, spinach, sweet potatoes, zucchini, and cooked tomatoes. And this can be problematic for people that have salicylate sensitivities. So salicylate is aspirin. So if you have an aspirin sensitivity, you might also find that you're sensitive to those types of foods. And then there's something called isothiocyanates, and these are also found in cruciferous vegetables, and they can compete in the body for iodine. Iodine is needed for your thyroid. And so if you're not getting enough iodine in your diet, then your thyroid can suffer. And there seems to be a lot of people out there with thyroid issues. So those are just some of the anti-nutrients. There's really literally thousands of anti-nutrients found in plants. So when people are telling you that you need to eat more vegetables to be healthy, I want you just to think about that. Think about those anti-nutrients. So I'm not saying not to eat your vegetables, but if you are having some health problems that you just haven't been able to figure out, haven't been diagnosed, then perhaps you might want to look at doing an elimination diet. So elimination diet, the carnivore diet is great for doing an elimination diet. You can focus on just eating animal products and eliminate the vegetables. And then after about 30 days, add in vegetables, but one at a time. So I would just do one a week and see how your body tolerates it. I know myself, I've had some odd like hip pain that I just couldn't explain that went away with the carnivore diet. And I have to wonder if it wasn't oxalates or something like that. And also I noticed going to the carnivore diet that I had a lot of rashes and things that I think is just detox symptoms, clearing out things like oxalates that do collect in the body. And when I did a ketogenic diet, I was eating a lot of vegetables and a lot of like almond milk and those types of things, almond flour, that I don't include in my diet anymore. So just something to think about, that fruits and vegetables aren't all they're cracked up to be. When if you think about our ancestors, they were hunters and gatherers, and they probably only resorted to eating plant foods when animal foods weren't around. So I think that we can tolerate some vegetables, and some people can tolerate vegetables better than others, but because we've included, vegetables as a big portion of our diets, I think that's when we're running into problems, especially with leaky gut. So if our microbiome has been compromised, then I think that that's where we're running into problems, and it might be worth trying an elimination diet just to see if some of those symptoms go away. At the very least, you'll give your digestive system a break, a chance to do some healing, and then you can go back to eating your fruits and vegetables again. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please subscribe and press the like button if you did. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at lowcarbgrandma@gmail.com. Thanks, and hope you all have a great day.